just wanna live my life. I did what I thought was right, but they said I was wrong. Tryna save my life or take my own. I said I don't wanna hurt.
What's good, everybody? My name's Isaiah, and I'm your favorite brother.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Ben, and we already know that I'm your favorite brother. And welcome today to the third episode of the Speak Like Brothers podcast. The objective of this podcast is to speak
Relate.
and understand. This is a podcast where we talk everything culture, sports, current events, real life issues, and the conversations that everybody's having, but nobody's really having.
Yep. Today we're going to be discussing one of the most talked about cases in the country and the conversations that it sparked online.
This episode isn't about telling you what to think, but it's about asking questions, hearing different perspectives, and trying to understand the bigger picture.
Yep. Today's episode has a little bit of everything. We'll discuss the tragic death of the 18-year-old Nolan Xavier Wells, the latest rumors surrounding LeBron James and the Lakers, and we'll be discussing how far is too far when it comes to a prank.
All right, so let's get into our first topic about how far is too far when it comes to a prank. Everybody loves a little jokey joke, a little prank, something to laugh at, but when is it too far? Let's talk about it. I feel like Isaiah Trailer, you should testify on what's too far when it comes to a prank.
Me, honestly, I think when the prank has gone too far, I think it's when it
Mm-hmm.
causes somebody physical harm. I think that's
Mm,
when you're going too far.
mm.
Um Now I gotta bring this to the Speak Like Brothers
But
podcast.
man, let me tell y'all, this dude right here, oh my gosh. Okay, so look, last Thursday, was it Thursday?
I don't even know.
All right, so okay, so let's just say this. Last week, I'm leaving Canes. I'm just getting me, just a little large tea, some chill on my way back home from working out, right? So as I'm on my way home, I'm on the phone with Isaiah. And as I'm on the phone with him, he asked me where I was at. And I ain't thinking nothing of it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm at Raising Cane's, give me some tea. And he was like, okay, so I didn't even notice, but he pulled up. He was right beside my car. I didn't even realize he was right beside my car. I'm just sitting there chilling, and I think I was just so focused on, getting my drink and finna go dip and get to the crib. I wasn't even thinking about like, oh, there's somebody beside my car. But as after I got my drink, I seen a car that looked just like his. So, you know, that little parking lot is like real weird. You gotta go all the way back around, and like when you make that right turn, he was driving so slow. I was like, why is this person driving so slow in front of me? And mind you, he's still on the phone with me, but I did not know he was in front of me.
Yeah,
So we keep going and he's going super duper slow. I'm thinking this somebody trying to troll me and just like trying to rage bait me in traffic. And in my mind, I'm like, oh shoot. But uh so I make a left turn. So as we get on the road, I'm in the left lane. And so he's still going like, okay, so mind you, this road is like 45 miles per hour. And knowing me, if it's 45, I'm going 50. This dude right here was going 25 on 45. So I was finna go around him. Mind you, I still don't know it's him. So then as I get in the other lane, he gonna get in the other lane. So I was like, I got back in so I got back in the other lane too. And then he got back in the other lane too. So I'm thinking at this point there's somebody trying to like pretty much follow me home low key, So I stayed in that right lane so I can make sure he ain't gonna see my left turn. Cause that's where I was gonna go home that day. So as I was going, I stayed to the right, and it's late at night, so ain't nobody on the road. So then I bent the block and I got over to the left lane. So then he still was thinking I'm finna go right. So then this dude gonna make a U-turn and go back. And he made a U-turn and he went back. So like when I turned to that left lane, I would still be behind his car. And I seen that he slowed down too. So at that point, I just spazzed. I started freaking out. I was just like, I don't know. I got a little paranoid. I said, oh shit, we didn't got on this big like this podcast. I've been doing my little content and stuff. Who trying to follow me
Yeah.
home at this point? So I had to make me some calls, get some protection just in case. Cause I ain't got what rhymes with a clock in the car with me. So I was like, oh no. So he he got me good. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. He got me good, but I'm gonna get you back, Isaiah.
Okay, we gonna see.
No, it
Hey,
ain't no we gonna see. It's what it's gonna be.
hey, look, I'm gonna be waiting for you to get me back. I know you're not,
Please
but
do.
I'll be waiting.
I absolutely am.
And
I still need to kick your ass for that too.
I don't to answer the question, how far is too far? Like I said, I think too far is when you cause somebody physical harm. Now I got a question for you, Ben. Did you die?
It don't matter. It don't
Did
matter.
you die? Did
No,
you die?
I'm gonna say this. I ain't died, but someone else could have if they
That's
kept
true.
following me home. I'm just saying.
Hey, coulda, woulda, shoot. But nah,
Yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
now that's a good little story time though. We thought we should share that with y'all, a little prank.
Yeah. And when I get
Um,
my get back, you never know, and I might have to pop out with a little camera crew. I might give y'all some footage of my get back. So y'all gotta stay tuned for these upcoming episodes.
and when you do, hopefully we could talk about it on the Speak Like Brothers podcast.
Yeah. But moving on from the pranks and all that good stuff, we gotta get into some real life stuff. So yesterday there was breaking news that broke out in the morning. According to the New York Post, Nolan Xavier Wells was last seen on Saturday, July 4th, 2026, around 3 p.m. on Horn Island, Mississippi, during 4th of July celebrations. He had traveled there by boat with some friends, and here's a timeline for facts for you guys. So he was last seen on the 4th of July around 3 p.m., and Nolan was seen at Horn Island. The reports were saying that he was wearing blue swim trunks, sunglasses, and later that night, some concerns had grew because his family report that he was missing. He never returned home. So authorities the next day, multiple agencies began searching the area, including the U.S. Coast Guard and local agencies. So then, July 6th, on Monday, authorities found a body matching Noah's description near Horn Island.
Okay, so before we get into the opinions, let's establish the facts. Um, Nolan Xavier Wells, an 18-year-old college football player, disappeared during the 4th of July celebrations on Horny Island, Mississippi. Reports say that he was there with friends during the holiday. A large search effort began after he was reported missing. One of the biggest conversations online has been about the timeline of events and what happened before Nolan disappeared. People online have raised questions about how everyone lost track of him, how communication broke down, and whether the people around him realized how serious the situation was. Another question people have asked is, if everyone thought Nolan was with someone else and that person thought he was with someone different, how did that misunderstanding even happen? Because there's a difference between wanting and answering and creating a narrative. And that's where social media becomes complicated. It can bring attention to cases and help spread information, but it can also create theories before investigators have finished their work. Our thoughts are with the Nolan families, friends, and teammates, and everyone that's affected by this tragedy.
Absolutely. And as always, everything that we've discussed so far is based on publicly reported information, not our personal opinions. And this story has sparked a lot of online conversations about water safety, holiday celebrations, and how quickly misinformation can spread before the investigators do their job and release the official findings.
All right, now let's give our theories and talk about the case, and let's tell the speak like brothers listeners what we think about this case.
Yes, most definitely. So I'll go first. To me, from everything that I've heard from the media, another thing that I did read online on Diamond's Live news on Instagram is that the girlfriend was saying that she thought that he was with his friends, and the friends thought that he was with the girlfriend. So to me, the story don't add up automatically.
It
That's
never
number
adds up.
one. No. Number two, so even if he did go with his girl, y'all ain't gonna check on him because it ain't no way, Isaiah, like me and you could go on a boat and I don't check on you because how I roll, you know me, we go together, we leave together. I mean, that's
Exactly.
just the code. Like that's what you go by. You come together, you leave together.
Right.
So to me, that's suspect. And I also have read that they are now lawyering up. Why is everyone lawyering up now? I think it's weird to say like, oh, they did it and they did it. It's kind of like the blame game. Y'all know like the little Spider-Man meme where it's like one's pointing at this one and one's pointing at this one and one's pointing at two of them. Like, so to me, it sounds like a setup. They were also allegedly drunk. So when you have drinking involved, you never know what may happen. And if they were on the boat, and let's just say, for hypothetically speaking, he fell off the boat, why would y'all not rush back or call 911? Why would y'all not have life jackets on? You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like if you sit on that little one part, like where you could tip and fall off, why would you not have a life jacket on? Um, but Yeah, that's my thoughts so far. I think I have more thoughts and more stuff to say when more information comes out. But so far that's what I gotta say. But what you think about it, Isaiah?
I'm gonna piggyback off you a little bit. I feel like a lot of stuff just doesn't add up in this case. I know we definitely need more information. We need the autopsy and a lot of stuff, it just hasn't been said yet. And I just think it's a very tragic event. And I don't want to
Yeah,
go out here and just point fingers at nobody. So I'm gonna go point some other elbows. Now listen. Now listen. We is in 2026. It ain't the time to be going out to no lake with three white boys. It ain't the time in the middle of the lake. It ain't. Especially with the Carmelo case going on, all the other cases going on, black people dying, getting shot. It ain't the time to be getting on the boat, and then the only way to come back is on the boat. But I'm gonna excuse race, and I'm gonna just talk based off how I was raised.
yeah,
My pops always told me never leave a brother behind, and it don't
hmm
matter what it is. I'm at the crib, my friend go outside. He want to ride his bike. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go outside too. I'm at a football game. I don't got no money, but my friend got money, and he want to go to the concession stand. You know where I'm gonna go?
to that concession
To the
stand. You
concession
got
stand,
to.
whether if I don't got nothing, no money or not, because the way I was raised was to never leave a brother behind.
No, you can't.
So even if you thought he was with his girlfriend or whatever, this and that, you ain't think to check up on him, see if he made it, to the land safe when y'all got off.
Yeah.
But like I said, and like you said, Ben, something not adding up. You can't trust nobody.
Mm-mm.
And with all that being said, we don't know a lot though. And I just want to
No.
say, thing I want to do the most is just give my condolences to the family, to the Wells
Yes,
family,
absolutely.
uh, and to his friends and his teammates, because I couldn't only imagine what
Yeah,
they going through right
absolutely.
now.
Absolutely.
A very tragic
Definitely.
event.
The Speak Like Brothers podcast, heart goes out to y'all most definitely. I know this has to be a very tough time.
Very, very, very. And we gonna definitely follow up with this case when more information comes out, as well as the Carmelo Anthony case. We
Oh
gonna
yeah, most
keep
definitely.
dropping information um when more comes out. And we're gonna keep following these cases.
So we always even like down here, y'all see where it says culture, current events, sports. We finally finna talk about some sports on the podcast. So let's
I've been
talk about
waiting
some
on this.
sports.
I've been waiting on this.
All right. So one of the biggest stories of the offseason is LeBron James deciding to move on from the Lakers. So according to the Bleacher Report, they are saying the relationship between LeBron James and the organization broke down over the team's direction, with the Lakers shifting their focus toward building around Luka Doncic and their younger core.
According to reports, LeBron was open to taking less money if there was a clear championship plan, but that never came together. As of now, he has not announced his next team, but the Cavaliers, the Warriors, the 76ers, and the Heat and the Suns have all mentioned possible destinations.
All right. Well, with all that information we just told y'all, let's get into some of our thoughts and opinions and predictions about LeBron.
I bet. So first, let's talk about the Lakers and LeBron's relationship.
Yeah.
Um, did the Lakers and LeBron's relationship end because their vision for the future changed? Um, I think I think yes, it did. I think the Lakers' vision changed when they brought Luka Doncic over, um, and they wanted the team to kind of be played around him. You know, the younger player.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously,
Yeah.
LeBron is getting older, and they're not going to play around him as much anymore. But with Luka Doncic not even playing in the playoffs last year, being hurt, um, I just think LeBron's like, hey, I don't think this team is a very good team for me. I stayed here
Yeah.
for 8 years. I bought them a ship. I think it's time for me to move on bigger and better.
Mm.
Um,
Okay, I feel like when LeBron came to the Lakers, he came to compete for championships, not to be part of a rebuilding process. And I think with the Lakers winning the 2020 championship, the I think the championship made the partnership successful. So I think that after they struggled to consistently build a championship contender, that um, their focus shifting towards Luka Doncic and young players, maybe the Lakers moved on too early, in my opinion. I mean, I understand, the Lakers, they maybe feel like um, the Lakers made the right business decision, but every franchise eventually has to prepare for life after a superstar leaves the team. But
exactly.
so that's how I honestly feel about it. You can't erase what LeBron has did for the Lakers, especially when Bronny coming on the team. You ain't never seen nothing like that. So yeah, that's my stance.
So do you
Now, go ahead.
so do you think the Lakers failed LeBron? Or
Do I think the Lakers fail LeBron? No. I'm not gonna say that they failed LeBron. Um, his legacy is too strong to say that he was ever failed. I feel like, he brought a championship back to the Lakers. He became the NBA's all-time leading scorer as a Laker, and some may call his Laker era success because he delivered a title, and I agree with it. And then I also feel like no. Yeah, I'm gonna just say no. I don't feel like they necessarily failed him. All good things have to come to an end. Some things come in your life for a season, Some things come in your life for a reason, and some things come in your life for a lifetime. And I just think right now their season is over.
Facts, facts, and I couldn't agree with you more. I think
Yeah.
LeBron James will forever have a legacy on the Los Angeles Lakers, and I think that the Lakers did not fail him. I actually think the Lakers did a lot for him. Not to mention,
Hmm.
like you said, he was there for 8 years. They even Bronny, he's a good player. I don't think he's on that level right now yet, but the Lakers
Yeah.
still somehow, some way got him on that team to play with his dad. Something that we've never seen before, like you said. So I couldn't
Yeah.
agree with you anymore. But I guess my next question is, with all the teams LeBron has played for, the Cavaliers, the Heat, the Lakers, do you think LeBron will be remembered as a Lakers legend? Or do you think that would be like the specific team that he will be remembered as, on? Or do you think it'll be kind of all or any specific team that stands out? Or
Mm, I feel like, you know, some of his biggest moments happened while he was playing for the Lakers. So I think that's always going to be a topic of discussion when it comes to talking about LeBron's legacy. So I'm going to say yes, because like I said, he became the NBA's all time leading scorer as a Laker. You can't
right.
erase stuff like that. So I'm gonna say yes and no, because he's done a lot of great things also on the other teams he was on too. But this was a legendary run for LeBron. So yeah,
Okay, yeah, I agree with you too. I think he will be remembered as a Lakers legend. I think there's other Lakers players that have been better than him on the Lakers. Maybe not all time, but when it comes to like Kobe Bryant, the stuff that Kobe did for the Lakers, Shaquille O'Neal, Magic Johnson,
yeah, mm-hmm,
Kareem, those players might be listed on top of him as a Lakers player before it's
yeah,
just a whole legacy
yeah,
and just a legend in general. I think LeBron obviously is ranked number one. That's just my
yeah,
opinion, but I think he will be remembered as a Lakers legend and
yeah, most definitely,
Miami Heat legend, Cavaliers legend,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
depending on what team he goes to, he might be a legend there too. Depending on
That's
what he
right.
does with that team next year.
Right now, speaking of Cavaliers, where do you think LeBron should finish his career for the last legendary run? Where should LeBron finish his career?
Where do I think LeBron should finish his career?
Mm-hmm.
I think if he wants to bring more attention to the NBA and he wants to make the NBA more exciting, I think he should go to the Warriors. I think if he goes to the Warriors, LeBron James, Curry, Draymond Green, that will be one
Yeah.
of the most watched basketball seasons in a long time, especially with the
Must
ratings
see
going down.
TV.
With the ratings going down, I think that will
Yeah.
very much bring the ratings up. And I think that'd be very good if he does go there when it comes to that. When we're talking about that point, with the
Yeah.
attention that the NBA would get. I think it will be nice to see him go to the Cavs again, finish at home. Um, but ultimately, it's his decision. Um, I think wherever he goes, he's gonna try to make the best of it. And I mean, that's why he's leaving. He's gonna try to make the best
Yeah.
of it. And honestly, he could go anywhere. I'm gonna be with him. So
Me too. Me too.
so
Honestly, Trigger Trailer, you see, man, you done snatched my answer. You done took my answer what I was finna say. But yeah, pretty much the same thing. I feel like he should definitely go either back to the Cavaliers or to Golden State because um Cavaliers, first of all, I feel like it's the perfect story. It's finishing where you started, but in the back of my mind, it's also like, is this the best basketball move? Because, like you said, if you go to Golden State and he paired with Stephen Curry, that would be legendary. That would be a historic run. like you said, like I said, it's must see TV. Everybody gonna be tuning in to see it.
Right,
Yeah, that's how I feel.
right. And I'm gonna ask you one more last question before we move on. Um, do you think LeBron should prioritize his legacy, winning, or comfort?
Mm. I feel like honestly, he should focus on legacy and winning because I feel like LeBron is still playing, even though he is older, he's still playing at a high level. So that means that he can compete for championships. Another championship could also change the way people discuss his career. Winning late in the career can definitely strengthen people's argument who are into basketball like ourselves, and they can debate him amongst Michael Jordan. And I feel like great players are always judged by their abilities to win, and if a championships opportunity knocks on his door, I feel like he should answer. I feel like he should take it. His years are limited, so he doesn't have time to just sit and wait for a team to rebuild. But yeah, I think that's the most important thing. I think, but see, this is the thing about that question. I feel like all three of them are valid because I feel like if he's comfortable, that's gonna make him play better as well. Because when you uncomfortable, you ain't gonna play as well when you used to something else. But it could also maybe make him stronger. So I don't know. I mean, what you think?
All right, so when I think about this, I'm gonna try to rank them what I think the order that it goes, from the most important to the least important. I think the most important is making sure he's comfortable, going somewhere where he feels that he will play better, somewhere where he feels that he would fit in, somewhere where he feels he would be him natural self. He could play his natural game, with him getting older. So I will rank comfort at number one. I will put number two. I'm gonna We're gonna kind of sideways right here, but for number two, I'm gonna put winning. And the reason I
Mm,
put winning is because winning creates what you call your legacy. The more games LeBron wins, they kind of go hand in hand.
yeah,
But the thing about it is, when you focus on your legacy and how good you are and how great you want your name to be after you retire, that's when you start doing things like taking the wrong shots, playing out of your body, and
yeah, that's true.
like I think if he just focuses on winning, the legacy is just going to continue to be there and rise. Because LeBron James already has a good legacy. One bad season, if he does have one next year, is not going to ruin or tarnish his legacy. So I think
No, it's not.
comfort, winning, legacy. Like you said, they all go hand in hand. But I think if you have to put them in order, I think he should be comfortable. When LeBron's comfortable, that's a scary sight to see. When LeBron's comfortable, he's winning. When LeBron is winning, that boosts his legacy. And that's just what I have to say about that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, one bad season, one bad apple don't spoil the bunch. If Mike Tyson could sit up here and be getting his beat left and right, and he's still out here fighting, surely one bad season for LeBron ain't gonna hurt. Like me, you was having a conversation, I think it was yesterday. We know what Mike Tyson was capable of when he was in his prime. So, that's never gonna be erased. But, sometimes it's also like, maybe he should have, it's okay to sometimes just let things come to an end, but that's a whole nother conversation. But but
Yeah,
so
but his
yeah,
legacy, Mike Tyson's legacy, was not going to be forgotten. I see what you're getting at. Just
yeah,
like
yeah.
LeBron James, if he has one bad season, his legacy isn't going to be forgotten. So
Right,
they kind
right,
of
right.
both
You see where
go,
I'm coming from.
yeah, they kind of both go hand in hand. And I think that's exactly why wherever LeBron James goes, I still think he's going to still be a successful player and it's still
Yeah,
gonna be a must watch and a must, see.
absolutely. Well, now we gotta shift gears and talk about the favorite segment everyone loves to do. And actually, it might just be my favorite segment too.
Who is this?
So, this is just a friend from school. We're studying. There's papers over there.
Y'all was studying. Y'all studying by the pool? Sarah,
No, they weren't by the pool. I was watching them.
come here. Both of y'all come here.
Should I call my mom?
What you can do is wait a minute.
No,
Sarah, come
Alex,
here.
just give us 1 second. That's Alex from her school, and he was just tutoring her.
Tutoring.
Yeah.
I don't know him. I've never saw him. Why is he here? Jada, didn't I tell you couldn't have no boys over here? I said no friends, no boyfriends, no nothing.
We weren't even sitting by each other, and we were literally.
That's besides the point. Didn't I say no boys?
Okay, I think we need to lower.
No. I think you need to let me get my daughter straight real quick. Why is he over here? Are you taking her kindness for weakness? Because I told you.
I'm not taking her kindness for weakness. I just wanted
Watch
to hang
me.
out.
Okay,
I
I
said hang
think
out.
this is getting a little bit out of control. They were just studying because her class was canceled, and I don't think we should be yelling in front of the kids.
Class was canceled. Why didn't I know that? I knew you had piano lessons today. Why didn't you tell me? Huh? I'm talking to you. You know what? Go to the car. You too. I'm taking you home. I don't even know if your parents know you here or not. I would love to have a conversation with your dad. Come here.
DC, just calm down for a minute. Let them walk outside, and then we'll keep on yelling at and yelling in front of kids because. First off, we are supposed to be a role model for kids to listen to us. And if you're sitting here screaming at the top of your lungs and in my house, like out of control, what does that show them?
Your house. That's exactly why I need my own place. You and Jordan can have this.
Okay, no, you don't need your own place. All I'm saying is you need to calm down and talk into a more normal tone. Okay, because you're sitting there trying to overparent her. She is a grown child. And when you sit there and try to overparent, that's when they go out and they're drinking and they're doing things behind your back.
First off, you're not about to tell me how to parent. How you gonna tell me how to parent? Do you have a kid even at
Love
home?
that video, man.
What I think about that video, I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel where the dad is coming from. See, this is where I be thinking that people who get into these relationships with kids be having it messed up. If her father says no boys in the house and that's his boundaries, I don't care how nice you think he is. That's his daughter and that's his boundaries. You gotta respect that. Especially if you ain't even called to see if it's okay. You just let him walk in on it. It's like y'all want this man to go off. So,
Right.
personally, hey, it is what it is. Um, they got what they got. The women is wrong in this situation, but so I do feel where the dad is coming from, but I feel bad for the dude who was tutoring because he was just trying to get some cutty. He was just trying to, and the dad is cock blocking and getting in the way of it. So I feel bad for my boy, the tutor, but the man who paid the bills, what he says go.
Right.
But yeah, what you think?
Me, honestly, I'm just gonna go one by one. The father. I think the father was right. I think the father, as a father, you have to be the more aggressive and the more demanding parent, if that makes sense. Not the more scarier parent, but the man that lays down the rules. And he laid down those rules, and those boundaries. Hey, I don't want no guys over here. And he walks into a guy in his house. Um,
Mm-mm-mm.
I think he had a great reaction. Another reason I think he had a great reaction is because he didn't go off on the boy. He went off on the stepmom or the other parent that was there, and his daughter. And he also was willing to take the boy home. The daughter was definitely wrong, but then again, the daughter's just a kid.
Yeah.
I think who's really wrong in this situation is the stepmom. Like
Mm-hmm.
she over here talking about some, oh, we're supposed to be role models and blah. Blah 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 blah. Shut up. We don't need you to. Oh, you supposed to be role model. You completely went against your man's
Yeah,
boundaries
yeah,
with his daughter, his biological daughter.
hell
You
yeah.
know, like
Right,
she
right.
just completely made me mad because this is exactly how people parent nowadays. You know, I ain't no parent, but I deal with females, and sometimes when I deal with these females, I could tell the parents that they got is just like that parent that was in that video, that wife that was in that video.
Mm,
Trying to be friends with their daughter. That's the reason their daughter be going out, sneaking out, doing all this shit with all these dudes. So I'm not a parent, but I still get it. I understand.
yeah,
And I understand where the dad coming from because
yeah. I mean,
shoot.
it's common sense. It's common sense.
So I think
Boundaries is boundaries.
right. So I think both of the women is wrong. I think the kid, he was there. He was more respectful. Hey, should I call my mom? And I think the dad, he was right too. I think he had the right appropriate reaction. As long as he ain't put his hands on nobody, I think he had a good reaction. So, yeah, that's my
Yeah, but my
verdict for that.
verdict, yeah, where's my gavel at? Personally, I feel like the women is wrong,
The
and
woman
that's
and
my
the daughter.
verdict. Yeah, the daughter and the stepmama.
Yeah, I think the daughter and the stepmom was wrong too.
Yeah.
Uh, like I said, the daughter just a kid, so she might not understand. But the stepmom,
Oh, she understand. Ain't no way if your dad tell you don't bring no boys in the house. What you don't understand about that?
no,
I mean,
she understands, but then again, she's a kid. Kids gonna go out their way to make mistakes and do dumb
oh well,
shit.
if you put in that perspective, like you don't understand why he can't come over, then that's one thing. But like I said, the man that pay the bills, what he say go.
How about you
Yeah,
play your role as a
right.
stepmom, not no
What?
friend?
Right. What UGK said, play your part.
Play your
Play your
part.
part.
That was a very good video. I liked it. It was a long
Yes.
video, but I liked it. And I can't wait to see what the people say in the
Me too.
comments.
Me too.
Drop y'all verdict. You know, we want to hear y'all stories
Hmm.
too.
Always, always. Let us know what y'all think about everything. The Nolan Wells segment, the LeBron segment. Like, make sure y'all keep letting us know what y'all feel about it.
Exactly. Um, but we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you for watching episode 3 of the Speak Like Brothers podcast.
Yes.
If today's conversations made you think, leave a comment like we just said, and tell us where you stand.
Yes, most definitely. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share the episode with somebody who loves debating and talking about real topics as well. It really helps out the content and the channel. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, supporting us as always. And yeah,
And remember to speak
relate.
and understand.
It's Ben, and I'm your favorite brother.
And it's Isaiah, and we all know I'm the favorite brother.
You gotta take my little line and give it back. I'll let you have this episode, little bro. But it's cool. We're gonna see y'all next time though. And like we tell every episode, peace in the Middle East.
I wanna hurt no more. I just wanna live my life. I did what I thought was right.